returning to the ring for the second semi-final here tonight, the number 5 ranked Lumpini fighter from Thailand, Supa Chai. Now, this man causing a little bit of an upset earlier on in the night when he defeated Bruce McPhee. McPhee seemed to go to sleep after the first round, and Supa Chai getting his revenge on McPhee, who had beaten him earlier in the year. And Supa Chai now finds himself in the second semi-final against Soren Monkongtong. And listen to the applause because the Superboy Soren Monkongtong is making his way to centre ring here at the RNA Showgrounds. A look of supreme confidence on the face of this young man. The next big thing in Australian Muay Thai, Soren Monkongtong, being led by Blitz Hall of Famer, the Nugget Kerry McNaught. And he's up against Supa Chai from Thailand. Last minute instructions in the corners of both men. Krongsak Lek attending to the corner of Supa Chai, and meanwhile Kerry Nugget McNaught in the trainer of Soren Monkongtong, and we're underway. First round of 3, second semi-final, the winner of which goes on to face Ben the Pixie Burton, if Burton can continue after sustaining a bad cut to his forehead in the previous bout. These two men, two excellent technicians, two gutsy exponents of the art. We saw Soren Monkongtong in the quarter-final earlier on, Hammer, take his opponent apart with simple, basic, straightforward techniques against Clayton Collier.
It was against Clayton Collier, Michael, and Soren again picking it up with that crisp jab, right hand rocketing straight in, and he's catching Supa Chai, who's using his hands nicely once again. Soren, crisp technique, is not focusing on power, he's just focusing on getting the points in and setting up the other technique.
There are no elbows in this one, only in the final. One of these two men will go through to the final and will be one step closer to $10,000 in cold hard cash. Nice tagging right hand to the jaw, just rocking the head back of Supa Chai. Pecking front kick to the lead thigh from Supa Chai. One of the techniques unique to Muay Thai again, Hammer, that pecking kick to the front leg.
It's basically it's a push-out technique on the lead thigh of your opponent to throw their balance and just be used as a basic unsettling and distracting motion. So obviously if you're standing there in your stance and your lead thigh gets pushed backwards, you have to resettle your stance again, and it buys you a little bit of time just to set up the rest of your strikes.
The boxing skills of Soren Monkongtong have looked devastating here tonight. Have a look how sharp his handiwork is. Not only throwing 1 or 2 shot bombs, but he's throwing 3 and 4 punches in bunches, Soren Monkongtong.
It's basically the Thai fighters or Thai stylers, the heavy on the kicking more so than the boxing skills. And obviously Nugget has schooled his fighter well, knowing that the Thais may have a bit of a weakness in their armour when it comes to the boxing and the hand skills. So they're taking him out of his comfort zone, Supa Chai, and basically employing more of a boxing tactic.
Oh, nice knee just in the right floating ribs there from Soren Monkongtong, then works one up to the stomach off the right leg. Solid first round, this one from Monkongtong, been his so far. Supa Chai backed against the ropes. Neither man really working the grapple early on, staying at a distance and trying to kickbox it out more. Monkongtong slightly taller of the two. Comes forward again, see if he can pick an opening in Supa Chai. Forces Supa Chai back against the ropes, digs the right hand to the body, now ties up the Thai fighter and works those knees, a trade of knees to the left and right rib cage and right under the armpit there, on top of the floating ribs from Soren Monkongtong. Crossing left hand, caught him on the upper cheekbone. Pecking kick again there from Supa Chai. Oh, Monkongtong tags him on the noggin with the right hand, a cranium cracker. Round kick off the rear leg, that being the left leg of the southpaw Supa Chai. Another rear leg round kick from Supa Chai. And there's the end of the first round of action, and a good solid round that one for the Superboy Soren Monkongtong, raking in the points, Hammer.
Well, certainly, Michael, a little bit of scoop news ringside. Looks like Burton cannot continue through. So we'll get the scoop on that one. It looks like Finlayson is going to move through to the final, and that's because Burton can't because of those cuts that you just mentioned, Michael.
There you have it. We are ready to roll in the second round of action. Just confirming that news for you again. We found out between rounds Ben Pixie Burton cannot continue into the final, and therefore it is a double life, another chance for Kurt Finlayson, and he will now meet the winner of Soren Monkongtong and Supa Chai in this semi-final.
Both fighters of that, both of those fighters, Finlayson and Burton, worthy, Michael, of obviously progressing through to the final. And you'd have to say whoever progresses through from those two And obviously now it's Finlayson. They're going to be a good chance to take this one out.
High left round kick, that being the rear leg of Supa. Supa backing himself against the ropes again as he did in the previous round, not going forward on Soren Monkongtong, who loops that left ankle around the back of the neck of Supa. Those long limbs of Soren really have worked a treat for him so far here tonight. Oh, tags him, almost slaps him to the side of the eye, showing no respect for his much more senior opponent. And that was something Kerry McNaughton made a point of between rounds. He goes, you're younger, you're fitter than Supa. Walk into him, take it up to him. And that's what Soren Monkongtong is answering to the call of here in the second round. Leaping knee from Monkongtong. Another one just tucking it into the right rib cage of Supa. Round kick, Supa going to try and effect the sweep. No, he won't. Jumping knee gets him on the peck.
Well, Soren could have let the right hand go there. Supa had that left hand caught up, or the right hand caught up on the legs. Soren had his right hand cocked and ready, but didn't let it go.
Soren just moving him around, controlling the movement, the motion by tying the hands around the back and the neck of Supa. Supa walks into a nice 1-2. Soren refusing to give up the centre of the ring at the moment, but Supa trying to walk him back with round kicks, and another, and another. Here come the super kicks of Supa, the ones that busted up the arm of Ben Grimer, but look at Soren Monkongtong. He is rallying to the cause, and he's tagging Supa. Supa hands too low, as was Kronksack's leg earlier on tonight, and that seems to be the chink in the armour of these Thai fighters.
I'll tell you what, Michael, Soren is just coming along in leaps and bounds as a fighter also. It's just real interesting to note the maturity of these young blood Queenslanders who are now just totally dominating the Muay Thai scene. And Soren Monkongtong is leading the charge. His hand skills are really coming along well. He doesn't focus a lot on power. It's more accuracy and just work rate. Peppers high, low. Watch him go to work with the hand skills, and he always lands a leg kick on the end of it.
Well, I'll tell you what, Supa is looking very sapped here in the second round. He is breathing heavily. He is not moving fluently at all. And Soren Monkongtong having an absolute field day as he tags him. The big kibosh on the nose of Supa. Supa's hands down around his waist. He hasn't got much more energy left in this round. It'll be a well-deserved break for him in the corner. The bell can't come soon enough for the Thai fighter. Another straight right hand connected. The big boom, shakalaka. Monkongtong uppercut, tucking it under the chin, and what a round for the Superboy hammer.
Oh, lock it away for the red corner, that one, the nugget corner. Soren Monkongtong, that was all his round. I'll tell you what, his hand skills right on the money, and he peppered down low, scored well with some good kicks and knees to boot. And he is looking very fresh and very crisp indeed with his technique, Soren. Very impressed with this young man. Just having a look again at the movement in that last round. Supa doubling up on the round kick, didn't face Soren at all. Come back straight away with the hands over the top, unloading. That the left is catching Supa constantly. The Thai getting nailed with the straight jab and the left hook that Soren's throwing out. There you see it, 3s and 4s, he's bunching his punches. Uppercut just glancing off. Supa, he is a tough competitor, however, trying to come back, but too little, too late. And that left hook really nailed Supa. His guard is just too low, too wide, and is leaving openings all over the place for Soren to get through. And finishing with the leg kicks, inside and outside thigh, getting smashed by Soren.
We are ready to roll into the third and final round of action. Soren Monkongtong doing a real number on a very tired Supa in the second round. And Nugget saying to his young chargers, Monkongtong lands another flush straight right hand. And look at the rapid fire combination from Monkongtong. He's opened up like a house on fire. Soren Monkongtong pulling out all the stops, and Supa taking a lot of punishment upstairs. Catch and sweep, can't get it, so he throws Soren to the canvas, but Soren sprints straight back to his feet, and he's back in it again. Wow, Soren Monkongtong looking so impressive. Outside thigh kick from Monkongtong. His confidence is soaring at the moment. Takes a kick to the sternum. Supa walks into another left hand.
Well, Soren switched on to the idea now when Supa grabs his leg to let the right hand go. That crisp jab nailing Supa sweetly.
Oh, nice tagging left hand there from Soren Monkongtong. Right hand through the guard. Supa's hands down around his waist again. cops a slapping kick to the rear thigh for his efforts. Supa looks spent again here in the third round. Can he pull a rabbit out of the proverbial hat? Soren Monkongtong going to town, giving him a lot of punishment in the hand department. And poor old Supa taking more battering than a piece of flake here in the third and final round. Good evasion skills from Soren Monkongtong.
He's got that backward weave down pat, Michael Soren. As soon as the head kick comes up, he weaves the target out of range and answers.
Another 3-4 punch combination there from Monkongtong. Round kick just landed on the bicep from Supa. Monkongtong full of confidence. What can Supa do? Round kick to the rib cage and then gets tagged to Supa. His hands again are too low. Soren Monkongtong taking this one all the way. Beautiful evasion again, slipping out of the way of the round kick from Monkongtong, coming back with a round kick of his own off the lead thigh, and it's all Soren Monkongtong, folks.
Nice hand skills. I tell you what, Michael, the boxing skills of these fighters is just coming along in leaps and bounds, and that's why the Thai fighters that have made the progression, like the Paul Briggses, they're starting to leave their mark in the boxing field. Like Tosca Petrides, big hello to Tosca Petrides. He always watches the up-and-coming fighters with great interest, and he's one of the greats progressing over to the boxing now. Another fight coming up shortly for Tosca Petrides, we hear.
Round kick to the rib cage there off the lead leg from Soren Monkongtong. Almost took a taste of the foot of Supa, and Supa really doesn't have that much energy to move forward on Soren anymore. He's going to try and go for a one big shot drop, but it's not going to happen because Soren's a little too slick for him. He's a little too smart for the Thai. He's a little too classy. Outside thigh kick there from Monkongtong. Pecking front kick from Supa. Monkongtong bouncing, coming forward again, stalking the Thai, taunting him. Soren eye to eye. His eyes haven't left his opponent throughout this entire round. And now Supa finds himself backed into the red corner. A catch there from Monkongtong and just pushes him away. There's the end of a very impressive fight. It's going to be an all-Aussie final, Hammer.
Lock it away for Soren. The red corner's going to progress through. Unless something's gone badly amiss, but I'd have to say Soren Monkongtong, give that one to him, the NTG gym. They're going to be a happy bunch of campers, those boys, as they progress through to the final. And of course, as we mentioned earlier, Finlayson, he's come through on a second life.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecards yet again. We have a unanimous points decision, and transferring through to the Super 8 final, Soren Monkongtong.
There was never any doubt about it, folks, and that's why they call him Superboy. And the next big thing in Aussie Muay Thai, Soren Monkongtong will meet Kurt Finlayson in the Super 8 final.